Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to RiME. Let's continue. So we've done 2 out of the 3 windmills, releasing a horrible thunderstorm that seems to enjoy targeting and electrocuting a pterodactyl that has been causing us a little bit of trouble as far as solving the next puzzle. But I personally don't think the pterodactyl deserves to be hit by electricity just because it stole our time manipulating ball and seems to grab us and attack us at every opportunity. So I imagine what we're gonna do is end up in the desert again and get away from the water puzzles we were doing, and yeah, even if this was supposed to be some kind of achievement thing, it's ridiculous that he yells and like, so there's a boat over there. If I went over there, would I be able to come back this way? Let's go check this out. I have more of these Viking boats. They're really destroyed, so it doesn't seem like this Viking society has survived. Here's another keyhole. We found the first keyhole, and I don't know if we're just gonna always unlock these in order, or if these keyholes were just the collectible for this region. So there we have, I think, the queen being ill, perhaps, is what we were supposed to take from that. It seems pretty obvious that I'm the kid, the prince, and the queen died at some point, and maybe I died, or maybe the king died, and this whole world we're in, this whole experience, might be in a post-death type experience, post-life experience for the kid, or this might just be some kind of magical journey. So what I would do is, instead of having him yell, I would probably have him whistle or clap or snap his fingers, something shorter and less kind of obnoxious, for lack of a better term. You could certainly make this a lot worse if he was saying something like, "Let there be light." Now there's one way up there. I don't see a way that we would be able to light that one up. But yeah, if he was just snapping his finger, or if he just pressed, when I yelled, if he just yelled loud enough that it hit all of the lights in a certain area, and that they were just programmed to be kind of daisy chained. So when I went yeah to this light, it would just go light that one on, and light the next one down the hallway, and the next one down. And then if you group them down into more realistic groups of lights, instead of spending all your time yelling at the torches, which I guess I could also choose not to yell at the torches if I chose. So there's the storm, and there's the other storm, and they're going to combine into one giant storm. We don't have a map, and we can't really do anything while we're in the sunlight. We can run And apparently we can only hide for so long. Where's the next place we're supposed to be going? Where's the fox spirit? This area in particular, if it gets blocked, is probably the area we would want to go looking for collectibles more than anywhere else. So there's the wolf. And it immediately activates a cutscene. So is the game is not what you wanted me to do? Like there's really nowhere else to even go. We've hit a point where we've hit the more cinematic section. We're having more cinematics than we are actual gameplay. It wants me to run this way and then grab the ledge and get in there. That's what it wanted me to do. The idea of these lighting up by themselves would have been fine too. Like there's really no reason why these couldn't have just all gotten brighter as you walked by. So it wants me to jump over here. And oh, we've got a whole puzzle here. And it won't yell at the flames. So it still feels like there's definitely some sections where you can't. Am I going the right way? Or am I just going in circles? I think I might be going the wrong way. Right. Where did the fox want me to go? Can't really jump across any of that. So maybe this is just a case of we just needed to do it like this because of something else. Is this the direction we go? No clue. These puzzles, very interesting, all about blocking, living in shadow, blocking the light. Avoiding getting eaten by the pterodactyl. I don't know if I'm going the right direction though. Is this a puzzle? Think I know where I'm going? I hope I know where I'm going. I've been possibly too kind to this pterodactyl, considering how much frustration he's put me through. So which way do we want to go? That way, or this way? If I go in here, am I gonna need some keys? I'm hoping no. It's a big stone boat this time. And we've got wind symbols. The boat rotates. Some of the boat rotates. Okay. That I don't think helps any. So we're gonna try and do this in such a way that the door would be open and the platforms would make sense. Do we have to have all four? I'm gonna leave it there. We'll just see. See what this does. Up here we have something. Over there we have something. There must be more to this trick. More to this than just solving this one puzzle immediately. I guess that should be pretty obvious, actually. So we'll set it like that. And what I think they want is for this middle one to not be lit up. But let's run around and just see before we go back and change it some more. Well, that genuinely caused me to have a jump scare. Okay. The one on the right, on the left. That's what we're looking for. Trying to get rid of that. Oh, is there a place to grab the ledge also? I think there might be. Right, how are we supposed to get this just as we want it? So, starting from the left, number 2 is the one we want off. But there's no way to, it seems, get number 2 unlit while getting number 1 blocked. Just doesn't seem like it's doable. So when I move there, it either blocks them both or it doesn't block them both. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is something along the lines of this. I'm not sure exactly what. Let's see what happens if we do straight this direction. This up here. This can't reach up here. Feel like I could probably jump around the edge and curve myself. Just air brake myself and reach that point, but it doesn't seem like that's true. Right. So the only place it looks like we could grab the ledge there, it looks like maybe the entire platform is going to extend. So can I then yell at this from down here? Seems like the answer to that is no. So I've got to get that guy out of the way. And there's no... There's like maybe a way? But I don't think so. Where is our light source coming from that's making these shadows? It's coming from there. See, because if this really is going to extend, which I think it is, I could just extend it there and potentially punch that guy in the face. Otherwise, doesn't seem like I'm going to climb up that. Doesn't seem like there's a way to climb up here. Yeah, all of a sudden we've started running into problems. Oh, you know what I could do is if I could get over to that side somehow, I could probably just stand in front of it and make my own shadow. Or I could get up here and make my own shadow appear. Let's just double check. Yeah. Yeah, there's no... Unless they really want me to engage in some active dodge rolling. Right. So, is there a way to have everything else in place and there be some way that I could reach what I'm supposed to reach? If there's supposed to be one side in particular that like so I have like two points there. But I can't get up there, which would mean I'd have to find some other way to climb up there, which the game has definitely made sure I can't go back, so you know it's telling me I have all the pieces to the puzzle. Be nice if I could climb up on that. Did I try yelling at the beast? That might be what I need to do. Now, I could also double check to make sure that that doesn't end up with a higher area. Active dodge roll, active dodge roll, active dodge roll. Well, that worked. I don't think it was supposed to work, but it worked. Alright, so now the question becomes, can I make this? Yes, I can. And that's what we wanted. Is to either tilt it in one way or another, or cause it to. So now that we have a puzzle here, I wonder if there's more to it than that, or if that was it. That the wavy lines were just a indicator. You can come over here. I couldn't block this with my shadow though. So if there is supposed to be more wavy lines on this other step, I don't see a way that that's going to come up. So I'm just assuming I did what I needed to do. How can... I guess he's over there. Maybe he's gone now. Maybe he'll fly back there. Well, these puzzles are getting a little bit more challenging than I think I'd kind of want them to be. It seems like we're getting a symbol here of this black fish. The boat's turning against the person? Interesting. So either the blackfish or the boats themselves may be turned about against the society. Perhaps because they were magical boats. Maybe they're not. Like, we saw that one magical looking mechanism, and I don't know if that was an Easter egg or an indication of something else. And here we are in the final... Where is he? They did that just to irritate me. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Right, tactical dodge, tactical roll, jump, grab, move on to the next thing. Come on. Right. We have to go the other way, I guess. What? They're making sure I can't jump through that area. So they really want me to know I'm in the right place, even though they don't want to really make it super easy on me. Right. There's a ledge here, and you have to hold backwards. Interesting. You have to hold backwards, then left. Like. And here's a slightly out of place fishing net being introduced very late in the game as the place where you can climb. They're kind of redoing some of the art aesthetics I guess we'd seen previously. So I'm having a hard time climbing up. Is there a reason? Just walk this way and tactical roll. Jump. Climb. It gets... seems like only the very edge of the climbing fishing net is actually accessible. This guy. At this point, this guy gets what he deserves. But I really don't know if I'm gonna end up flooding the entire, the entirety of this map with this next bit of this storm. It's always climbing towers. Always some prince or princess climbing towers, being chased by some force. It gets a little repetitive. There's a game called Contrast where you ended up running around a tower at the very end of the game, And there was definitely no indication that that was going to happen. And there really wasn't any towers you're climbing even. This is getting worse by the second. I don't know if maybe my controller's a little off or what. Down, forward. It's having a real hard time locking in left. Hey. Oh, I see what I was doing wrong there. I thought it was just going to have us climb around the edge. And that wasn't the case. So this is really more of a case of that section in particular was just difficult for me to understand where I was supposed to go. They should have used the fireflies more. So now the red thunderstorms out again to, I believe for a third time now, hit this guy with the lightning. And I guess nothing kills this thing. Okay. So where do we want to go and what do we want to do? Fox wants us to go that way. This is knocked over so we can't do anything with it. Statues here. Is there a possibility that there's something I missed as a collectible back in this general direction? No, the possibility is high, frankly. That there is a good chance that any kind of collectible could be anywhere. But I'm not sure I care anymore. If anything, this game has gotten a little long because of this pterodactyl sequence, which, remember when we were just solving puzzles? That was a far jump. Yeah. This started off as just kind of a short, simplistic puzzle world. Kind of like The Witness, where you weren't really under any need or pressure. Now we're hearing this big booming sound, which I assume is the thunderstorm getting louder and louder. I think I probably just ran in circles there. I get a little hissing. So the fox wants me to go there. I see some glowing lights over there. There is a platform section or a different area over here. This is that area we were in that we couldn't do anything because we were getting attacked constantly. Now, I'm hearing some hissing. Is this another key? So was that my mother or my father? Or that was some kind of special ghost? So he found another thing, but you certainly have a problem here in that everything we're doing is so abstract. So all the other ghosts are afraid of me and will run in a cartoonish fashion away. But that one glowing light, and we've been that direction. I believe we couldn't be over here. Or we were over here, maybe, for a brief second. And we couldn't walk over this. Let's see. Let's see where this fox wants us to go. He wants me to go down that way. Which is different than this way. So let's see where this leads. Well, this is already lit up too, so I assume I've already been down here. Yeah, I have. I really didn't think that the yelling at the fire was going to be a major factor as far as figuring out where you've been or not. But it actually does play a big role. The map is big enough and windy enough to get lost. And I just wish this was a Zelda game, frankly. Like, just have some slimes, have some goblins, have any random enemy character placed around here, and give this kid a sword. And let's see, am I supposed to be going that direction or this direction? I think this direction. But before we go this direction, let's think about going that direction. I wish we had a map. Yeah, that feels like that might be just a shortcut to a place we've already been. And maybe this was a doorway area that was locked or blocked before. I'm still really not certain. Like, how this second half of the story is taking place. And so that was the fourth of that emblem, so we've missed some of the other emblems. You even break pots like Zelda. That's a very sharp angle to be running up. Alright, where are we going now? This way? Jump. Grab the ledge. Hop up. Jump. Yeah, again, why not just chain those two together so when you yell close enough to activate one of them, it activates the other two? Instead of making me get relatively close to both of them. There's a Tetris piece to yell. This whole second act could just be a dream sequence, for all I know. And if we do get to the big time day-night manipulating ball, I don't know how we are going to move that around, because that's I guess what we've been trying to do this whole time. So, the land is covered in ghosts. Follow the fox. These guys aren't any more afraid of me than normal. Again, I wish I had a map. This was, I think, the first windmill. That's the second windmill. That's the third windmill. There's some sections over there that are blocked off. And up here is where the nest was, where the big time manipulating ball was. And almost certainly I've missed collectibles all throughout the game. You would need a chapter select at this point. Not just a new game plus or anything like that. You would need a full-on ability to say, hey, bring me to Act 1 at the beginning of that island, or bring me to Act 2 where we're on a completely different island. Or maybe they could make some portals that would take me around. There we go. It's a little aggressive grunt and climbing up. And we're back to the marble-esque buildings. Which still makes me feel like either we are on the same island, because there's that big tower still, or we're on the other side of the big tower perhaps, or we are on the island we were originally. It's just this is in the past or in the distant future. The distant future and the past looking almost exactly the same given enough time. So there's a ring of gold that seems to maybe be either a pointer to the direction we're supposed to go, or an indicator that we're gonna try and roll that ball. That was a rather whimsical sound cue that just kicked in. I like the music here. Like, I could imagine in the 80s or 70s there being a animated movie where you would see these actions and just hear this music playing and have no character voice acting. Of course, modern movie goers would never buy for that. Are we going back downward, or did I miss something upward? I think I just missed something upward. I think this is the vines you can climb. Get hit by lightning for once more for good measure. And so now these guys are not afraid of me. They're actually blocking my way. I can see why they're afraid of me, though. I just did apparently kill a terrible monster. And bowling time, I guess. Did the ball absorb them, or did they just chase it? I'm not sure. If this was supposed to be the... Oh, this is... I'm actually playing and this isn't a cutscene. Like, if this was supposed to be our major antagonist throughout the game, it would have been nice if we had seen him at the beginning of the game instead of at the beginning of the second act. Like, it's very weird that the game decided to change what it was. So now... we bring out the sun and make the shadow. The storm is still there, however. Where's the fox? It's yelling at me. It's over there, where I knew I was gonna have to go anyways. You have to have 2 statues. Blocking. Alright. So the first statue is kind of standing in the archway. So I must not have this lined up right. Right, well, looks like I didn't have to run around either. So let's try this again. There, that seemed to lock into place. And that's easier. There we go. Oh wow, we're 17 minutes over. Well, who's to say what happens next? I imagine more gameplay. Collectible wise, we did get emblems and keyholes, but it does seem like we probably missed at least 2 of the emblems for this area. Lullaby wise, we didn't unlock anything. Like, yeah, this does look like the mother died, and the red petals are an indication of that the queen died. And we got that special ghost, but it doesn't seem like that special ghost unlocked any images or anything, so there seems to be just a lot of Easter egg things you can do to get some semblance of a backstory, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.